Yo! We're here, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Y'all, we eating. We are eating today. Just in general. So today we're going to be reacting to Lazyronpa. I got good news. I got really good news. Rampa and Friends rerun has started uploading some new posts. So yeah, Empire's going through that. I'm telling y'all, we just had Penguin Rampa recently. We did Super Mario Rampa recently. We did Cuphead Rampa not too long ago. Now Rampa Friends is coming back. Like, what's going on? The Instagram Rampa fans are just hype right now. I'll be able to react to the whole stream this time. What's up, Wins? How you been? We are eating. If you like Instagram Rampas, we are eating. Yes, we were talking about it. Yeah, it's so awesome, huh? I saw chapter 1 Deadly is on. Yeah. It is a good day for instant Rampas indeed. And then Barbie Redemption Rampa, the trial for that should be pretty much done pretty soon too. I'm like, hold on, wait, what are we doing out here? We eating. Can't wait to see those. Yeah. And then SDR, Next Generation, I think they're getting to the execution for that. So, you know, I just have some of my friends kind of like update me on them. I don't look at them, they do for me. So I miss the days of Danganronpa, Penguin Rampa, and RNF all posting at once. I wish I was around at those times, because that had to be crazy. We just started posting again too. Nice. I finished my edit right as the stream started. What's up? How you been, Cup of Chaos? I do have a question. Are you going to stream Redemption Rampa? Its third chapter is almost done. Yeah, when it finishes up. I think we'll watch the video though. I think I'll wait for Barbie to post the video. Tofu, what's going on? How you been? Oh, Blaze, Defiance Chapter 3 daily is halfway. Moto was finally introduced. Really? That sounds cool. Show your t-shirt with standing and move the microphone. Oh, you want to see it? Hold on. Oh, I'll wait for the thing to go. It's just Attack on Titan shirt. Oh, what's up? How have you been? Thank you for the donation, by the way. I can't say your name though. I'm bad at pronouncing names and I don't want to butcher your name. But thank you for the donation. Attack on Rampa. That's a cool shirt. Thank you. Yep, there will be a vid. It'll be pretty long though. This chapter's a lot. Yeah, because we still gotta watch the investigation too. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot. Just joined in. How's it going, everyone? What's up, Hockey Fanatic? How you been? The executions are the best part of Danganronpa. They really are. Well, they're one of the best parts. I like the body discoveries, to be honest. I like that feeling of not knowing who's gonna die next, and the next thing you know it, you just hear that noise, or you hear the ding dong, bing bong, and you're like, oh crap. Who can it be? Attack on Titan, time for the oh no, oh well, I can't say that. Dan, what's up? Hello, welcome. All right guys, so I think I have everything all ready to go, all set up. We should be able to jump into it like pretty easily. I thought you misspells Winks Rampa. Oh, the Winks Rampa. Winks Club Rampa is gonna be awesome. That's from the theme song. The best part is the friends we made along the way dying and the emotional pain we and the protag all have to go through. Exactly, Cherry the Fox. I recently joined your Discord just in case I'd rather be called Elliot or Mars at Ebony. Thanks. I got you. You know, it's funny. I started making a fan again, and the only character I have an idea for the execution of, I decided to make the protag and survivor. Oh my gosh. B-Love, what's going on? How you been? Just ran over here. Well, welcome. We haven't started yet. We're actually about to start right now. I'm going to change the music up and such, and we'll get started. Thank you guys for sitting here with me today on this beautiful Thursday. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Helps me out, like I always say. And with that being said, let's start our journey into Lazyronpa! YouTube! It is time for us to continue on with Lazyronpa. This is chapter 3. We're gonna see what happens in this amazing chapter. Yo, these chunks are speed running right now. That's why we're doing 2 chapters in one stream today, because these freaking chapters are short. They get right to the point, you know what I mean? So let's hop into chapter 3 like so. This is funny though. I'm loving this, dude. I was literally like, I had a great time reacting to this last time. I was just laughing so much, but it was like, not because it's funny, but more so just because I was enjoying what was coming out of this fangan, you know? I liked what this fangan was dropping on us. It was funny. Okay. So we have all of our characters here. They all look beautiful. Somebody in the comment section said, this hurts me more than the first Danganronpa. What a beautiful story, man. What a beautiful story. It took a couple days for me to get back on a regular schedule. I just couldn't come to grip with Uncle Milford's death. It was really hard for a while. But that's why I had to keep going. It's what he would have wanted me to do. I headed to the cafeteria on time, like I always did before last trial happened, and it looked like everyone else decided to do the same. While we were eating breakfast, Pixel stood up to get everyone's attention. Hey everyone, I have some news that could be useful. After what happened a couple days ago, I thought I would continue Officer Obtuse's work, you know? While I don't know how to decipher letters, I do know how to make things. So I built a TV with a built-in DVD player. Hey! The video that came along with this letter is watchable now. For real? For real? Oh, sick! We're totally gonna have a movie night tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be a fun movie night, but okay. Wait. Hold on a second. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The mastermind probably made it unwatchable for a reason. It may be dangerous, especially if we all watch it. Anything could be on there. Yeah, we don't know what's gonna be on there. Oh, yeah, fair point. Bummer. But someone will have to watch it though, right? I mean, how else are we gonna find more clues? I'll do it. No, that's a horrible idea. That's a horrible idea. Absolutely not. Not Sporticus. I'll do it. If it is dangerous, I would rather it be me than anyone else getting affected. No, Sporticus is important in getting us out of here. He's the last one who should be watching whatever this is. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, someone has to. So who? I say we settle this over eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny. Actually, I have a better idea. What do you suggest we do? Just to be safe, why don't we make the next Blackened watch it before they're executed? Can we do that? Is that something that can be done? That's so messed up. Yes, offer someone expendable. Sporticus about to backflip his way out of this. That way, if it is dangerous, it won't matter since they're gonna die anyway, and it doesn't risk any innocent person getting hurt. But who says there'll be another Blackened? We can get out before that happens. There's a chance. I'm with Ziggy on that. There might be a chance we could get out. Yeah, right. No, we won't. A game like this isn't just gonna miraculously stop with only 4 victims. I mean, it could. I mean, it kind of does happen. Danganronpa. There will be another Blackened. I'm sure of it. It's only a matter of time. So I assume everyone is in agreement then? The next Blackened will watch the video. I guess that would be the safest decision. While everyone murmured in agreement, Sporticus' crystal began to beep unexplainably. Someone's in trouble? He turned to see who needed help between us. We were all in here, after all, and he noticed Robbie, who looked worryingly drowsy. Robbie! Robbie collapses, nearly falling flat on his face, but Sporticus gets a hold of him before he hits the ground. Wait, what's going on with Robbie? Hold up, Robbie! After about 10 minutes or so, it seemed Robbie was starting to come back to consciousness. What the heck happened to Robbie? Hello? Are you awake? Robbie, are you all right? You passed out. I like this close-up. The close-up on his face is great. Oh, so I did. Something like that doesn't just happen, Robbie. Is there something wrong? How is your sleep schedule? Actually, about that, I haven't been sleeping, that is. I've been trying to, but nothing seems to work. I've hardly slept at all since we got here. Usually my sleep gets ruined because of how loud the kids are, so you'd think the quietness of this place would help, but now I just wish it was loud again. I understand that. Even so, not sleeping for so long is dangerously unhealthy, even for you. Bro, I thought he was about to die. Same, I thought so too. I got a little worried. I love the sprites. Yeah, sometimes the sprites are funny, dude. Next time you can't sleep, you can just come to me, okay? Okay. What's going on here? Someone explain. Okay. After Robbie got back on his feet, everyone headed out of the cafeteria, except Pablo, who simply walked back into the kitchen. Curiously, I follow. Hey, Pablo, are you making something? Ah, hola, Stephanie. I'm about to make a sports candy tray to help Sporticus with his escape plan. Did you want to join me? With that smile? Yes, I want to join you. Of course, Pablo. This dining hall smells a little fruity. I love that tofu. I agreed, and so Pablo taught me how to properly chop fruits and arrange them nicely as well. As I was working, I couldn't help but notice one of the cupboards covered in duct tape, so it was unopenable. Dude, I really want to I want to troll people, but I don't really want to do it because I feel like it would mess up my YouTube channel. But I really want to just become Pablo for a week and have a Pablo profile picture on my YouTube channel and change my name to Pablo. Pablo, the ultimate chef or something like that. Hey, Pablo, what's in there? Oh, that? Just the tea cabinet. I thought it'd be in everyone's best interest if it was out of sight. I work in the kitchen many times a day, and looking at it constantly hurt, so I hid it with some tape I found in the storage closet. Please do it. Do it for April Fools. For April Fools, it would be funny. It'd really be funny. Keiko Kev did it with Botson. Yeah, for April Fools, though. But, that's not important right now. This sports candy tray looks about ready. Let's deliver it to Sporticus, see? I followed Pablo out of the kitchen doors, out of the cafeteria, through the hallway, and to Sporticus. Uh-oh. What the heck? Sporticus was next to a wall with a giant indent in it. The hole looked like it was about halfway through the wall. Wait, what the frick is going on? What the heck? Is Sporticus just pounding the wall with his fist? Call it SHSL chef. Yes, SHSL Pablo, the ultimate chef. I love it. He was doing some stretching and warm-up exercises, and when he noticed us, he waved cheerfully. Hola, Sporticus. We brought you some sports candy to help you out. Ah, that's great. Thank you, guys. Now I understood what he was using the fruit for. Sports candy gives him more energy, which will help him break that wall easier. Oh my god, that big old hole in the wall. Sporticus, how long have you been doing this for? Every day since we got here. It's been getting easier lately because of Pablo's sports candy, though. He takes a couple apple slices, eats them, then he starts kicking and punching at the wall with precision. Was this back in the day where Nick Jr. or whatever was making kids eat healthy and telling them to go run outside and stuff like that? Wow, that wall is strong, but Sporticus' will to help everyone escape is stronger. Now I understand why we didn't let him watch the video. Pablo and I cheered Sporticus on for a while, and then Pablo left to replenish the tray once Sporticus had finished it all. I hope Sporticus lives. Yeah, same. Yeah, I think it was. I got you. This is when McDonald's was actually selling apple slices. Do they even do that anymore? What's up, Eris? How have you been? Stephanie, it's great that you helped Chef Pablo. I know you haven't been up and at it for the past couple days, but he's been taking the situation especially hard lately. Yeah, after Jeannie and then being framed last trial, he's really been going through a lot of stuff, hasn't he? He has. Well, we all have. But I think you helping out with the sports candy tray made him happy, so thank you. Oh, Sporticus, are you working on the escape again? I want to help. Hi, Ziggy. Being here is helpful enough. Ziggy was more than eager to sit nearby and encourage Sporticus as he continued on, and Pablo came back soon enough too. With that, I wished him good luck and headed off to do my own thing. No one's dead yet. Ah! What the freak? The next morning, I woke up to the sound of screaming. Wait, what the heck? Fearing the worst, I ran outside my room as quickly as I could. I bumped into Robbie and Sporticus on the way. Stephanie, is anyone hurt? My crystal didn't beep, but it sounds bad. I don't know. I just got up to check it out. The three of us were the first to run to the source of the scream. There, we ran into Jives. Wait, Jives? Is that really? He looks so... Oh! Hey, what happened to Jives? What the f? Oh my god! Something is totally wrong, guys. I'm freaking out. Oh my god. Dude, Jives is beautiful now. So beautiful. Jives, what's going on here? How on earth? What the heck is going on? Jives got puppetified? Bro, dude, I don't know what that is. I mean, he looks like a puppet, but at the same time, it's just... Ouch. Eventually, the commotion brought everyone to the hallway, but once everyone was up... Attention, residents. Make your way down to the gymnasium. Stat. Oh dear, this can't be good. Welcome. I'm sure from the screaming this morning, you all know why you're here. Is this like the despair disease? Everyone's gonna turn into like Mr. Meaty character? I told you guys, this reminds me of Mr. Meaty, and now it's really reminding me of Mr. Meaty. That's funny. Yo, what in the fresh frick did you do to me? Why, it's our new motive. I think I found my new favorite character right now. This. I want this to be my profile pic. This is beautiful. Why, it's our new motive. Our new motive is Jives turning into a puppet? What is this supposed to make us do? Okay, this wasn't the most thought through, I confess. But it'll work. It's just a matter of time. What do you mean it'll work? If you think something's gonna happen to me anytime soon, you're totally mistaken. Man's turned into a Muppet. I hated Mr. Meaty, man. That was the most disgusting show of all time. Ha! We'll see. Anyway, meeting dismissed. We all walked out of the gym, startled and confused. I just wonder what he meant by, it'll work. It's not like being a puppet suddenly makes you all that different, right? I mean, as far as appearances go, I guess I look kind of weird, but that seems like the only side effect so far, so this probably should be fine. That's a relief. So how about we all have breakfast to settle down? If Jives looks like that, bro, what is Chef Pablo gonna look like? What would Stephanie look like? I want to see them all in Muppet form now. Sure. Ooh, do you happen to have Cocoa Puffs by any chance? Cocoa Puffs? Pardon? But I don't think there are any cereals here. Jives, you haven't eaten Cocoa Puffs in a couple years now. You got over that unhealthy food phase. You're the ultimate gardener now, so wouldn't you rather have some sports candy? I mean, I guess. I'm just totally in that Cocoa Puff mood, you dig? Look at that face. Cocoa Puffs though? What about Reese's Puffs? Reese's Puffs. Peanut butter chocolate flavor. That's what we want. Reese's Puffs. I think to this day, I still haven't had a bowl of Reese's Puffs. Cocoa Puffs are nasty though. I will never eat Cocoa Puffs. They taste like chemicals. It's disgusting. While I was heading out of the kitchen after breakfast, I couldn't help but notice a full plate was left on one of the tables, untouched. I hate Reese's Puffs. Yeah, they're not good, dude. Someone did not eat their breakfast? But why? Was it not cooked to perfection? Don't tell me. That wasn't Jives, was it? Is bringing him back to his old eating habits the real motive? I mean, that's not good by any means, but what's it meant to do? How does that initiate murder? Is he gonna like eat somebody? Like, I'm a little nervous right now. I can't believe the murder motive is just becoming unhealthy. I actually like that. That's kind of cool. I decided I'd confront Jives about it sometime in the afternoon. But once that time came, I had no idea where he was. On my search, I bumped into Ziggy. Hey, Ziggy, do you know where Jives is at all? I was talking to him not very long ago, but he left to take a nap. I guess the whole puppet thing made him tired. Huh? Taking a nap is fine, but that's all Jives would ever do. Before he became the ultimate gardener, that is. This is all sounding way too familiar to be a coincidence. During dinner, food was served like normal, but this time instead of one plate left behind, there were two. Who's the other Muppet? I knew one of them must have been Jives, but who on earth followed in his footsteps? This can't be good. A couple days pass, and at every meal, I leave the cafeteria last to check the tables. And every time, without fail, there are still two plates untouched. At this point, I think the only person who can help is Sporticus, and so, right before nighttime, I tell him what's been happening. That's horrible, but thank you for telling me. Tomorrow, I will try to spot them at breakfast and make things right. We parted ways to go to bed. Hopefully, Sporticus could help Jives and whoever else wasn't eating their meals. Pablo's just dying inside. I know, right? Every day food is wasted. Pablo is slowly dying. That morning, we all started our day with breakfast in the cafeteria as usual. I noticed Sporticus searching for the two. But the longer he searched, the paler his face grew. Pardon me, has anyone seen Jives or Ziggy today? Oh no, not Ziggy. Oh heavens, please don't tell me. Instantly, we all ran out of the kitchen in search of the two. A few minutes passed and I couldn't find anyone right away, but don't tell me. Are they about to kill Ziggy and Jives in one chapter? No. A body has been discovered. Feel free to investigate your little hearts out before the trial begins. Oh! They're about to kill both of them! Wait, what? A body has been discovered. Feel free to investigate your little hearts out before the trial begins. Oh, sh**. 2 body discovery announcements? Wait, does that mean Ziggy and Jives are both... I dashed into the first room I remembered a bunch of people heading into and... Oh, crap. Ah! No! Wait, Jives is back to normal though! Jives is back to normal! We found him in the freaking storage shed! Jives? Jives! Oh god! Oh no! This is terrible. Hold on, wait a second. Why is he... He's human again. But how? He is. What does that mean? I guess it wore off, right? Whatever it meant, I needed to check on Ziggy before I did anything else. Not Ziggy. I ran to the gym entrance where the 3 others had left too, and oh no. Oh no! They beat Ziggy with a freaking trophy! Right over the head! Why Ziggy? Why Ziggy? Ziggy did nothing to hurt anyone! Sporticus, looking sick, bolted out of the gym entrance. Worriedly, Robbie and I follow after him. We see him leave a bathroom nearby and fall to his knees. We quickly run to him. I understand how you feel. You don't need to investigate if you don't want to. No, I'd like to investigate. I need to get to the bottom of this. I just need a minute first. Oh, yes, of course. Robbie and Sporticus sat in the hallway for a while. I let them be and headed back to investigate. God, if Jives is a human, he is second victim, right? Maybe. Hey, Steph. Monicus showed up when you guys took off. Take a look at this. Monicus file 0. This is the 3rd one. The victim is Ziggy Sweets. His body was discovered in the gym entrance at 8:18 a.m. His estimated time of death is 7:45 p.m. His cause of death is one forceful hit to the head with a blunt object. And I think we know what that blunt object is the trophy that was right next to his body. Can you believe that they would kill Ziggy off this early though? Dang. I actually was hoping that Ziggy would get a lot more character to them before they died or disappeared or whatever, you know what I mean? But I guess not. I know the creator has left social media, but I hope they see how many people enjoy this project of theirs. And that is the big reason why I wanted to do this, because I wanted to show off that, like, I know people would love this series. It sucks that it's privated, so Hopefully the creator sees these videos and sees that like our chat loves this freaking fan gan. Shouts out to Robin. I think their name is Robin. Thank you. Trixie and I started investigating the scene. There's a trophy from that shelf next to him. That might be the murder weapon. That's weird. Ziggy feels unnaturally cold, even for a body, don't you think? Ew, why are you... Just feel it. It might be important. Okay, I guess. Hesitantly, I felt his hand, and Trixie was right. It was really cold, but why? I wonder if Jive's body is cold too. Raven, what's up? If it is privated, how do you access it? Instagram thing? Shouts out to Owo. Owo helped me out. That's all I can say. I got someone who gives zero about DR invested in Lazyronpa, the power it has. Oh my god, so they don't even like Danganronpa, but just because of Lazy Town and Lazyronpa, they're like, hey, this is cool? That's cool. Trixie and I left the gym entrance, leaving the Monoticus file for Sporticus and Robbie. We headed to storage. We touched Jive's hand, and it really was just as cold. They were in the fridge or something? Cold too. Two? You mean that Ziggy really is dead? Yeah. I see. Here's the files for Jive's. Monoticus file number 3. The victim is Jive's junk food. His body was discovered in the storage room at 8:18 a.m. His estimated time of death is... His cause of death is multiple hits to the head with a blunt object. Is it the same murder weapon though? Huh, so this time we don't get a time of death. I wonder what for. His cause of death is a blunt object to the head. That's the same as Ziggy. And this bat is probably the murder weapon. Probably for the class trial because they're gonna explain that Jives was probably the second one to die instead of the first one. So the bat's the murder weapon. After sharing all the information and clues, we have this one another. Oh, wait, what? After sharing all the information and clues we have with one another, sorry. I hope you're finished with your investigating because your time is up. I bid you all the best of luck with this. Unorthodox trial. It was time for the class trial again. Uh-oh, here we go. Never take anything at face value. That is a good point. I agree with that. Y'all are kind of spitting facts. So, before we get down there, just to be certain, we're sticking with the plan, right? The Blacken watches the tape before they get executed? I think that's pretty set in stone, yeah. I mean, I don't think we have any alternatives anyway. Great, then it's settled. Not too much conversation happened after that. We were still a little shocked by the events of this morning. Soon enough, and without much chat, we made it to the trial grounds. Okay, so let's think about this for a little bit. Who could have killed both Jives and Ziggy? Like, out of everyone here that we have so far, I would have to say, man, because Sporticus was the one that was looking for them at first, right? It could be Sporticus. Sporticus was looking for them for a while. I would hate for it to be Sporticus, but it's possible. It's not off the table. Who are you guys thinking? You guys think it's gonna be Miss Busybody? Pablo? Pablo, really? Why? Pablo's like, man, you didn't eat my food, so I'm gonna kill you. You wasted food. You wasted great food. I've never actually read this fan again. This is one of the first times I'm experiencing blind. I have no idea. What's up, Mad Dinosaur? How you been? Bye, Raven. Thanks for stopping by. It's either Sporticus or Bessie. Stingy? Maybe it was Jives who killed Ziggy. Oh, it could have been. That's a possibility. I feel like Sporticus is going to be a chapter 5 killer or victim. That's the vibe. You might be right on that, Lily. Pablo, he's had too much development. You're kind of right, though. Pablo has had a lot of development. All right, so let's get into the trial. I think the motive was about beauty. It's me. I couldn't bear looking at him as a puppet, and so I crawled into a years-old fan gan and beat him to death. Oh my gosh. What do you mean? Jives was beautiful. I loved him. Welcome, welcome. Let's get started. So what are you all discussing first? First, I think we should address Jives and his time of death. Why wasn't it in the file? It must have been important somehow. Actually, Roboticus, I have a question about the motive. If someone died, would Jives become human again? Bingo! He most certainly would. Maybe I should have mentioned that when I turned him into a puppet. So because Jives was human, he must have died after Ziggy, right? Does the human part of the motive have anything to do with it? Well, no one knew that he would turn back into a human when someone died. Roboticus said as much. So I don't think the human thing could have had anything to do with Ziggy's death. Well, at least we know the order now. Jives died after Ziggy, but how much time passed between the deaths? We'll have to figure that out, but first, there's been something bothering me. What's up, Trixie? The weapons next to them, they were totally clean, weren't they? I don't think I saw any blood on them at all. Doesn't that seem weird to you guys? Oh, right. Looking at the state of Jives and Ziggy, the weapons should be covered in blood, shouldn't they? Do you think that maybe the culprit could have wiped them off? What if Ziggy became human before he died? Maybe. Yeah, Trixie hasn't played any pranks yet. That's a good point. I guess that's one explanation, but I think the most rational one is that they weren't used in the first place. It doesn't make sense that the killer would wipe them and then leave them there. I mean, they had Trixie did do something in the last trial though. That was a prank. Oh, you think that the killer is trying to misdirect us by putting fake weapons next to their bodies? Now that you mention it, that makes sense. Those head wounds looked way too similar to have come from such different weapons. Those weapons were probably left there as a diversion. I think another weapon altogether must have been used instead. Oh, that's a good point. All right, fair. That being said, there's no way to prove that they weren't killed in the places that they were found. Hold up! Pixel said, wait a minute. Actually, I think I can prove that they were also killed somewhere else. Really? Who died? I'm late. Ziggy and Jives. Stingy, Trixie and I were all playing soccer in the gym last night. I'm positive we didn't leave until 8. Oh yeah, if Ziggy was killed and left there, we would have set off the body discovery announcement last night when we left, since there were 3 of us. And we would have heard the commotion coming from the entranceway if someone was being murdered, wouldn't we? Huh? Well, I guess he really couldn't have died there. Do you think he was killed in the storage room with Jives then? What reason would the killer have to move one body but leave the other as is? I don't think it makes much sense. If one of the bodies were moved without a doubt, I feel that both of them would have been. Why are you on your phone? The sprite though, why are you on your phone right now? Who are you talking to? I think I'm starting to sense a pattern myself. It seems like the killer hid the bodies in places that people typically wouldn't go to first thing in the morning. Huh? Yeah, now that you mention it, you can't see directly into the gym's entrance or storage room from the hallway either, right? Oh, so we could have missed it easily then. Why not? But if they put in the effort to shove the bodies into these sneaky spots, then why are the fake crime scenes so shabbily made? It almost seems like they were shoved in the rooms at last minute. Then the killer picked up a random object in the room and dropped it at their feet. Maybe they were in a rush to hide the bodies? I think Robbie might be onto something. Yeah, because I don't think I've seen any bloodstains at all, except for on the bodies themselves. That would have taken a long time to clean. Whoever did this must have had a heck of a time trying to get all the blood off the real crime scene. Maybe it took so long that they didn't have time to set up the fake crime scenes. I say that's a pretty solid theory, but there's one more thing I'd like to confirm with you all. Considering the 2 died in such a similar way, probably with the same weapon and in the same room, can we agree that their times of death were close? Yeah, I think so. Before we decide that, did anyone happen to see Jives as a human again before he died? We all said that we didn't die in one way or another. Okay, good. Me neither. Just making sure. In that case, I think it's fair to say that Bessie is right. Since they were killed in the same room, I don't think Jives would have had time to leave the room during the interval between their deaths. If he'd gotten out of the room, that would have been bad news for the killer. They probably didn't let him leave. Then it's decided. The important question now is, who did it? Dude, the detail on the freaking portraits is awesome. I love that. First, let's think about who might have been motivated to kill as a result of the motive. You mean that Jive switched back to his old eating habits and quit eating the proper meals he was given? Right. Well, just who was serving the meals? What? Just what are you implying? Oh no, Chef Pablo! You can't really think it was me. I've never even spoken with those two. What reason would I have to kill them? You might not have talked to them, but you did notice their full plates after every meal, didn't you? Well, I suppose I did, but... And seeing the plates untouched made you upset, didn't it? It did. It's not Pablo, though. It's definitely not Pablo. Well, maybe a little, but definitely not upset enough for such drastic measures. Besides, it's not like they're the only ones who don't eat their meals. Not the only ones, but who else doesn't? Me. I don't. You know how I am with healthy food. Sports candy, whatever you call it. It's gross. So I wait until Pablo's done in the kitchen and then I make my own food. What is sports candy? I keep hearing this, but like, I don't remember it from the show. What is sports candy? I've been doing this for a while now. Pablo and I spoke about it the first couple of days we were here. You see? I would never hurt someone over such a thing. People are allowed to not want to eat my food. Sports candy is apples? Oh, literally fruit. It's like fruit and healthy food. It's a code word, basically. Oh, I got you. I thought it was like Jolly Ranchers that were like apple or sports flavored. I don't know. Fruit flavored. It's just what they call fruit to make people like it more. Also, Robbie coming in clutch, right? Even so, he still seems suspicious. For goodness sake, he always seems suspicious to you. Heavens, Trixie, give the poor man a break. He doesn't need this again, especially not from you. Bessie's kind of right, you know. Besides, I think it's safe to say he doesn't really have a motive. Oh, can we get hearts in the chat for Pablo? The crying. Aw. So heartbroken right now. All right, whatever. Who else can we put on the chopping block then? Well, who was closest Jives and Ziggy? Maybe they took advantage of that. You don't think... No, it couldn't. Could it? Huh? Are they gonna say Sporticus? You all think it was me? What? You've got to be kidding. You think Sporticus did this? He did seem the most bothered when Jives said he didn't want to eat healthy. That's a good point. Jives, you haven't eaten Cocoa Puffs in a couple of years now. You got over that unhealthy food phase. And since he was so close to Ziggy, maybe discovering that he wasn't eating healthy either was the final straw? That's just... You think I have it in me to... It does all seem rather suspicious. And Sporticus hasn't spoken this entire trial either. It's very out of character for him to be so quiet. Oh, that's a good point. Shut it, all of you. Don't you understand? He's in mourning. Of course he's not going to be talkative. This is ridiculous. He couldn't have done this. I mean, he was absolutely in his dorm by 8:08 for starters. How do we know that, though? And you know this for a fact? How? Let us know. Well, the two of us have been roommates for a little while now to help with my sleeping problem. Oh, roommates? What do we mean by that? What are we talking about? Roommates? That's a little suspicious. And last night wasn't any different. That's how I know for a fact he couldn't have done it. Think about it. Do you think anyone, even Sportispoon, could kill two people, clean up the entire crime scene, move both of their bodies, and plant evidence in the span of 23 minutes? The only time he would have had would be 7:45 to 8:08 after all. It's impossible. Actually, I don't think anyone but Sporticus could perform such a feat, and that would explain why the crime scenes look rushed. Gay rights, yeah, gay rights. I'm dead. Is Robbie fruity? I'm guessing so. Hey, Robbie might not like sports candy, but he's liking another kind of candy. You feel me? Like, hey, whoa! But that still doesn't make sense. I was talking to Sporticus when Ziggy died. But even so, there could have been two murderers, right? Correct. If there were two killers, the one who killed last would be the real Blackened, and the first one would no longer count. Oh. See? So it really could have been him. He could have still killed Jives if you two were talking during Ziggy's death. Nearly everyone seems to think that Sporticus is the killer, but is that really okay? I'm just saying, hey. Everyone's like, Blaze, I'm sorry. I really don't think Sporticus is the one behind this. What can I say to get him out of this hot seat? Wait, but didn't we decide that the two were killed by the same person? How else do you explain such similar methods? If he was doing this in a rush, he wouldn't have time to replicate the killing method like that. Never mind with the same weapon. This is all just silly speculation. We agreed that it looked rushed because the cleanup took long, and that was when we were under the assumption that the killer had all night. Besides, if Sportiflop was really killing people for being unhealthy, I would have been dead a long time ago. I believe in his innocence. That's a good point. I guess, depending on where the murder took place, cleaning could have taken that long. Maybe we should decide on a location before we blindly point fingers? Right. Sorry about that, Sporticus. Maybe I got a bit ahead of myself. Oh, it is Miss Busybody. It is, isn't it? No, it's okay. I do seem the most suspicious right now, don't I? I'm sorry. I've been so quiet. There's no excuse. We're in a life or death situation. I will try my best to be more active in the discussion from now on. Speaking of, there's something you guys haven't brought up yet that might be important. What is that? Let us know. When we were talking about what we found before trial, Trixie, Stephanie, you said something about Zives and Ziggy being very cold? Oh, right. They were really freaking cold. Unnaturally cold. Well, what reason could they have for being that way? There's no room in this dump that's as cold as you claim the bodies were. Why, the only really cold place would be the freezer, and that would be in the kitchen. Do you think they were stored there? Oh, and the kitchen would be the most difficult to clean. It's all white, which would leave blood super visible, and everything would have to be clean enough to cook on in the morning as well. So that makes the most sense, actually. So you're saying that everything took place in the kitchen? And the bodies were put in the freezer while the culprit cleaned up? Hold on, Pablo! Hold on, Pablo! It's not looking good for Pablo right now! I didn't want to believe it! I didn't want to think that Pablo would do something like this! Not again! What the f? I think so. And I think that the weapon was probably something from in the kitchen too. A blunt object in a kitchen? Oh, well, there are plenty of those. Oh my god, I just told everybody to put hearts in the chat for Pablo too. There are rolling pins, pans, pots, what have you. I don't even think it's really all that important to get into specifics. It seems pretty clear the weapon was in there. So here's what we have so far. Ziggy was killed before Jives, but they both died in the kitchen. Both hit on the head with the same weapon. Based on that, we theorize this had probably been done by the same person. Jives died shortly after Ziggy did and was unable to leave the kitchen during this time. Once they were dead, the culprit shoved them in the freezer and cleaned the kitchen. By the time they were done, they had limited time for the fake crime scene, so they looked rushed, right? According to my calculations, that would be correct. Dang, that's wild. Ooh, look at him. Ah, the face! No! I don't want to lose Pablo. Literally, Pablo's the best character. The sprites are the best. Hey, what are you looking at me for? I'm not the only one who has access to the kitchen. Besides, we don't know for a fact that the kitchen was really used. It is all just a theory. A game theory. A killing game theory. Let's see if we can prove it then. Monoticus, do you happen to have pictures of the bodies? Maybe they'll give us a clue of some kind. Oh, you know I do. Take a look-see. Monoticus presented the photos and we observed every detail we could. Wait, what's that on the side of Ziggy's head? Is that duct tape? It is. Duct tape? Wait, then it must be the kitchen. And some random piece of tape leads you to that conclusion. How? After last trial, I duct taped the tea cabinet in the kitchen shut. I hated looking at it, you know? And I'm sure Miss Busybody didn't want anything to do with it either. So it really did take place in the kitchen then. So this tape is from the kitchen and Pablo is the one who put it there? Hold on. Now is still not the time for pointing fingers. We need to find out who does and doesn't have an alibi. Good point, Stingy. Good point. Pixel, Trixie, and I do because we were all playing soccer in the gym until 8. Steffi and I do because we were talking during that time. Robbie does too because I met with him shortly after. Robbie saw me go to my dorm to sleep earlier last night while he was waiting for Sporticus, so I do as well. Wait, hold on. I love Robbie, man. Robbie's like, yep, I agree. I was there. I saw it. I love that. And Pablo? Well, we decided it wasn't me already, so an alibi isn't really all that necessary on my end, don't you think? No. Hold on, Pablo. Hold on, Pablo. Pablo's trying to tiptoe their way out of this one. But everyone else has one. And if we do, but you don't, you're the culprit. It's that simple. So I ask you again, do you or do you not have an alibi? See, I do. Of course I do. I went to my dorm at the same time Miss Busybody went to hers. Robbie just must not have spotted me. That's what must have happened. Yeah, with the face, with the face and all, the face and the hand, this hand. That is the magic hand of Pablo. Oh, is that so? Well then, about what time did we both go to our dorms? Surely you remember something as simple as that. That must have been, come on, spit it out. Strange, can't seem to remember. So you're lying? Based on the alibis, I think it's safe to say that Pablo really was the culprit all along. Hold on! Hold on! No, it can't be! Because we decided Chef Pablo was innocent already. I have no motive, after all, so why would I do such a thing? Pablo, even without a clear motive, we're running out of options here. You're looking stupid, Pablo. I'm sorry. Thought you could get away with it, didn't you? Sneaky. Very sneaky. I swear to you, Chef Pablo Fantastico, does not kill. I could never do such a thing. Evidence says otherwise. If you have some kind of proof that you really couldn't have done it, though, by all means, show it to us. But if not, we're gonna have to start voting right away. So it's now or never, Pablo. Why couldn't it have been you? I couldn't have been the killer because I was framed. I must have been. I always get framed here after all. No trial has gone by without me being wrongly accused. You all just love to ruin me, don't you? Why? Is it funny? Is it because I'm someone who you can mess with without consequences? Tell me what your problem with me is. Is it because I'm an easy target? Because I won't fight back? Well, guess what? Chef Pablo's sick of it. I am sick of it. Sick and tired of it. Oh no, Pablo's about to explode. I'm sorry, but I don't think you were framed this time, Pablo. I'm gonna explain what happened to everyone now, okay? So just shut up. Just sit in your corner, shut up, Pablo. We're done with you. Let me explain what happened here. Dang, that's so messed up, man. We're gonna have to get F's in the chat pretty soon for Pablo. This is the best character, literally the best character of this. Genie and Pablo had to die back to back. The killer, for some unknown reason, lured Ziggy and Jives into the kitchen. Presumably, he locked the door and began his attack. He pulled a blunt object from one of the drawers or cabinets and swung at Ziggy first. I love the picture there. And Ziggy flew into the tea cabinet. Oh my god! The killer's grave mistake. If it weren't for the tape on his head, there would be no way to prove this took place in the kitchen. Celeste did worse than Pablo. Next, he swung for Jives, who had returned to normal. He took more than one hit to take him down because he had his human physique again. To set the scene, he stored the bodies in the freezer and cleaned up. This must have taken longer than expected, though. I just don't see Pablo killing people. Like, this is so messed up. Because he found himself with little time to work on the fake crime scenes, he threw the first object he could find at their feet and then called it a day. This is about how things went. Right, Chef Pablo Fantastico? No! Yes, Pablo, yes! There is no no's here. You can't say no to this. This is all facts. That's funny. Why did he do it, though? I don't know. We're gonna have to find that out. No. Why, thank you for the retelling, Stephanie. Now then, I think it's about time to get our vote on. The Teru was pulled. Stephanie's smiling as she's about to watch someone die. I know, right? What a shocker. You were right. Pablo's the culprit you've all been looking for. He really did it then. But why? Well, Pablo, Looks like we really had reason to accuse you so much, didn't we? You killed 2 people. Oh, Pablo. What do you have to say for yourself? All I have to say is that you're wrong. I didn't go the way Stephanie said it did. It didn't go the way Stephanie said it did at all. Not even a little bit. The way you said that I led them into the kitchen with intent to kill like a monster. That's all horribly wrong. I guess we didn't really have his motive in the bag. Maybe it did go differently. Well then, we'll humor you. Tell us how things really went. Well, every day since Jive's diet went back to square one, he'd approach me in the kitchen, asking me to make him something sweet. Wait, we have a CG? That's crazy. I would refuse every time, of course. You all know I have bad associations with sweets and I can't stand making them anymore. And yet, the next day, he even recruited Ziggy to join him. I love this. That's so awesome. It looks beautiful. They came to me anytime I was alone, especially when I was trying to clean the kitchen after a meal. It was unbearable. And last night, while I was doing dishes, they showed again. Oh my God, they were like harassing Pablo. I couldn't see them directly because I was facing the sink, washing my frying pan. But when they continued their usual demands, this time I retaliated. This is enough. I'm not making any sweets, okay? Please just leave me alone. And I swung my arms to turn around and face them, but I didn't realize how close Ziggy was. I accidentally hit him with the frying pan. He flew and slammed against the tea cabinet. Oh, no, Pablo didn't mean to. Dives and I ran towards him immediately to see if he was okay, and despite our attempts to save him, we were unlucky. He died. Then when I realized Jives was a witness to what I had done, I was terrified. I couldn't think rationally anymore, so my survival instincts took over and next thing I knew, I was back to cleaning the kitchen. Pablo! That's a huge oops. I swear I didn't. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. Aw, poor Pablo. Pablo didn't want anyone to die. Truly tragic, isn't it? Anyway, I think we all know what it's time for. Wait, you don't mean it's too soon? I can't. Please give me a couple more minutes before you execute me. Oh, shut your trap and calm down. I'm not executing you. Yet, don't you all remember your little agreement? Oh yeah, the Blacken watches the video that came with that letter. That's right. I decided I'd indulge you chumps, so I brought Pixel's TV down to the trial grounds. A slick TV screen with a disc inserter rose from the ground, right in front of Pablo's stand. But first, just a couple of precautionary measures. Straps rose from the ground as well, firmly keeping Pablo in place by his feet. Aww. Some headphones were swiftly put on his head. Uh-oh. If Pablo needs to have restraints, then I don't know if I want to know what this video entails. Well then, let's find out just what the mastermind left out for us. Yes? Ready, chef? Let's get things rolling. We all stared at him, curious to see just what the video might entail. We couldn't see or hear a thing, but Pablo's expressive face told it all. He seemed confused at first, but soon, his face grew pale, and he started to scream. Ah! Pablo, can you tell us what's happening in the video? But Pablo couldn't hear anyone, totally and utterly transfixed on the screen. Oh God. The screaming didn't stop until the video finished a few minutes later. Chef Pablo, could you tell us what you saw in that video? Oh no. Something feels wrong. I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here right now. Hey, Mr. Fantastico, are you okay? Pablo was desperately trying to get out of his restraints, but to no avail. Wow, maybe I should have brought some popcorn. I don't know who would need it more though, him or us. What a riot. You, what did you just do to me? Hey, don't worry about it. It's only temporary. After all, chances are you'll be dead by the time it kicks in. By the time what kicks in? You know what? Forget it. This video's wasted enough of our time. Now then, I think it's about time we get executing. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Hold on. Can I say something to Pablo first? All right, I'll give you a second. Pablo, I'm really so... your second is up. Huh. I spent all this time wondering just what went on in Genie's head while he did what he did. Why he would do such a thing. But now I get it. I understand. I finally have some closure. So it's okay. You can kill me now. Wait, what? Oh, with pleasure, chef. Wait, what? What just happened? Pablo's Just Desserts. What just happened? Hey, I know that song. I know that song. Soon. Which means right now. Soon means now. We're about to watch it. All right, let's see what happens. That sounds like that Lil Nas song. Hey, you know what I mean? What in the freak? Uh-oh, you gotta make the cake. Make the cake, Pablo. Bake like you've never baked before. Oh no, wait, what? Get the, oh, stop. Oh no. Oh, what the f? Okay, I see why there's trigger warnings. All right, so there's a lot of trigger warnings for that one, guys. We had a Pablo cake, though, at the end. I want to see that Pablo cake again. Hold on. I'm going to watch this one more time. I heard putting love in a cake, but this is ridiculous. Yeah, he turned into a cake. Dear God. We have the Genie tea, the Pablo cake. Hey, they go together, right? Tea and cake. I just really love how well this was animated, though. But yeah, the stabbing himself was a little too far. He had to cut off different limbs and such, and it's just like, ouch, dude. It's gonna be a while before I eat cake again. I agree with you on that. Yikes. Right there, that cake with the mustache with next to the Genie tea. What the f? That is so crazy, though. I love the way they put that together, though. So I'll just read the synopsis just in case anybody wants me to. So Pablo finds himself in the kitchen. Through the big fancy doors enters Monoticus, dressed as a waiter. He gives Pablo an order. Cake. Pablo looks upset, reminded of his bad association with the dessert. Despite this though, he listens, worried what the consequences might be if he opposed. Monoticus appears again and another order is presented. Cake and a finger. Pablo's terrified, but Monoticus looks insistent, so he goes through with it. Once he finishes, another order. Cake and a kidney. Ugh. He hesitantly lifts a knife and aims towards his torso. Next, cake and a leg. An axe is provided to get the job done. Oh my God. More orders come through. Cake, 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 cake. Pablo is so exhausted that, huh? What's going on? He receives the last order of the evening, cake, and what remains of Pablo. Delighted, he smiles as the floor crumbles beneath him, and he falls into his final cake. I'd meant to draw a bowl of batter he was falling into, but things went too fast to do so. I hope the message comes across despite this. That's crazy. Lazyronpa, let's put human meat into the cake. Oh my God. But that was wild, though. It was definitely wild. That was a great execution. It's really messed up. Yeah, it is. Pablo's been caked. Sorry, bad pun. Oh my God. Pablo and Genie, such a sweet pair, wouldn't you say? We were all struck silent. What? No reaction? All right then. Get out of here, buzzkills. Aw. They're all distraught. We split up to do our own things without any conversation. I left in my dorm and thought about the three we lost. Ziggy, the little superhero, who is always more than eager to help out however he can. Jives, the teen whose past habits caught up to him. No, the teen who was unfairly targeted with his motive. And Pablo, who really just wanted the best for everyone. despite being pushed past his limit over and over again. That's sad. I have a theory. Every killer gets turned into food. That would make sense. And what if it's always unhealthy food? Has anyone noticed all the killers so far were male? Yeah, I did notice that. Man. So that leads us into chapter 4. That was a crazy chapter though. Really didn't think that Pablo was going to kick the bucket though. Oh yeah, the mayor's execution wasn't food related. That's a good point because the mayor died by getting shot. It's like an assassination, which is pretty wild. Okay, so let's move on to chapter 4. This fan get is really good though. I'm really enjoying this. 7 residents left. That's all we got. Like routine, we met up in the cafeteria the next morning. No one was in especially high spirits, but Sporticus seemed the most agitated. He didn't even stick around for breakfast, simply grabbing a couple of sports candies and heading back out. What for, I wonder? Who made food, though? If Pablo's not here. This chapter hurts. That's my only comment. I feel that, Barbie. If you do the cooking by the book, then you'll have oh, never mind. Oh, right. You were in your dorm yesterday, so you didn't see Sporticus. He hasn't stopped working on that wall since the trial ended. He's been grabbing fruit, trying to break open the wall. Repeat, since yesterday. The only time he's ever stopped is to sleep. Poor thing. Oh man, after yesterday's events, I guess he's really set on escaping now, isn't he? Maybe I should check on him. In the meantime, Enclosure's really going to suck without Pablo around. What, are we supposed to make our own food now? Almost on cue, Robbie came through the kitchen doors with a stack of blueberry pancakes and one sole pancake that was full of chocolate chips. Ooh, that sounds so good. Eat up. Robbie, you made us breakfast and it's surprisingly healthy? But why? It's not that I care about you brats. I just felt I should contribute to the group, I guess. Is blueberry pancakes healthy? Pancakes are like a sweet. It's like a dessert. Well, I've never seen Sporticus so upset before. Never mind that. I've never seen him upset at all. He's working really hard to get us out, and I don't want him to have to stress about breakfast too, so I volunteered to do it. Simple as that. Does this mean you'll be our chef from now on, Mr. Rotten? Yay! Robbie's making food. Whoa, let's not be too hasty. Do you know how early I had to wake up to make these? I'm still the ultimate villain, so don't expect this treatment all the time. More like the ultimate softie. Ooh, got him. Hey, I'm no softie. That was very thoughtful of you anyway, Robbie. And these pancakes are pretty good. You really think so? That face. Another thing. There are still a couple questions I have about last trial and what unfolded. And I think a meeting is in order. Let's all meet up in the room with Sporticus's wall this afternoon. That way he can listen in too. Sound good to everyone? Everyone agreed with the arrangement, and I left to go tell Sporticus about the plan. Yeah, what if Robbie isn't really an ultimate villain? What if his talent is something else? Bye, robbing souls. When I walked into the room, sure enough, he was working on the wall. Ahem. Hey, Sporticus. Oh, Stephanie, hi. He continued to break the wall as we speak. I'm sorry. Ugh. I can't really talk right now. I'm going to get us out of here. I just wanted to tell you that we're having a meeting to discuss some stuff this afternoon. It'll be in here so you can keep working. That sounds like a plan. I'll see you then, Stephanie. I headed out of the room for the time being. It'd be best to give him some space for now. Once I left, someone tapped me on the shoulder. Hey, Pinky, can I talk with you for a sec? Sure, Trixie, what's going on? Oh, hi, Trixie. I can talk. Thanks. I don't know who to talk to about this. I feel really bad for what I did to Pablo. I really messed with him when he was around, didn't I? Maybe I was too harsh. Yeah, maybe. I'm realizing there's a time and place for pranks, and maybe a killing game isn't the best place to pull them. Are we getting some character development from Trixie? I like this. I don't want to bring anyone else down to the lowest point, so I'm going to try to quit messing with people just like that. For now, anyway. Once we get out of this dump, you'd better watch out. That's awesome. I'm happy to see you improving yourself, Trixie. Let's get out of here together. Yeah, together. Oh, girls, the meeting's going to start right away. This isn't good. Trixie might die. Why? Because she's got in development. Everyone met in the escape room. After everyone was settled in, Bessie got to business. I think we all have questions about that video. Let's talk about that, yes? I'm still curious about what it even was. Mr. Fantastico watched it, but he didn't tell us what was on it. What do we do now? Knowing what's on it probably isn't what's important, or I don't think so anyway. Did you guys see how Pablo was acting by the end of his, you know? He seemed strangely happy. Not even relieved it was over, just happy. No one else was like that during theirs. Wait, didn't Monoticus say something before the execution started? Something like, "You'll be dead by the time it kicks in." Now that you mention it, yes. That means it really was because of the video, wasn't it? If it is, then what does that mean for the letter that came with it? I wanted the recipient to broadcast it all over Lazy Town, right? What would that even do to us? Well, the video made Pablo really happy by the end of his execution, right? That doesn't sound so bad. But think about what it was he got happy about. He lit up when he found out he was about to, you know, become a giant cake as some kind of grotesque grand finale. Doesn't seem like something someone would typically be happy about. Yeah, no, I don't think so either. And he was upset about everything before that. Maybe he was just happy that he was turning into something delicious. I'd like to be cake, then I could eat myself. It seems like it kicked in right at the end, huh? Not to mention he was screaming the entire time the video played. So what? You think the video makes you happy to experience despair? Like some kind of hypnosis? From what we've seen, that does sound like it's something this mastermind could do. And if we look at that letter, this letter is addressed to Blank. Air this video on television. I know you have the means to do so. If you don't, something terrible will happen to the residents of Lazy Town. You have been warned. Are we in here because the recipient didn't go through with it? Is this the something terrible that had happened to us? I think that makes the most sense. So this is the DR3 video. So to be clear, someone received that letter and the video. They were told to put it on TV so we'd all watch it and get despair craving urges. If they didn't, the message threatened that something terrible would happen to us, and the recipient refused, so we were put in here? I think so. Regardless, at least we know this much now. We're one step closer to finding out the mysteries of the situation. Junko, y'all need a video? The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in Lazy Town history. That's what it is. There are still so many questions left unanswered. Why did the sender want us all to feel despair? And just who are all the people involved anyway? If Officer Obtuse hadn't died that night, maybe we would already know the answer to that, but not yet with answers to these questions. The group disbanded and we headed our separate ways. That night, I was trying to get some sleep when beep, 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 rumble, rumble, shudder, thud, crash. What the heck? I was woken to the sound of loud machinery. Who was that? The next morning, we met up in the cafeteria, exhausted. Did anyone else not sleep a wink last night? Just what was all of that racket? Sporticus was about to leave with sports candy in hand to continue his work towards escape when Monoticus halted him. Good morning, everyone. I have a surprise for you all. Follow me. Curiously, we all followed him through the hallway and to a staircase we'd never seen before. Voila! A new floor for you to explore. Consider it congratulations for, well, not dying yet. Aha! So that's what that noise was. Construction of the second floor. Huh? No. This floor's always been here. I just kind of forgot to reveal it until now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea what all that noise was. Whatever it was, it had nothing to do with me. Wait, really? That's interesting. Nothing to do with Monoticus? Then what on earth could that have been? Wait, was this the first time a new floor was announced? Yeah, it was. This is the first time. Saving the question for another time, the group headed up to the second floor to see what there was to see. Firstly, we found a bunch of classrooms like the one we all woke up in. We examined them quickly, but couldn't find much worth noting. All of these classrooms seem familiar somehow. Ooh, an arcade. Let's go. What do we got in here? Joust. I hated that game. Next, we found a recreational room. It had arcade games, board games, and a couple other leisurely things. Whoa, no way. I know what I'm doing after this. Once we finished looking through there, we found an armory, weapons, poison, instructions, the list went on, all in one convenient place. That's not good. I wonder if anyone's gonna use something in here. I think we should all agree to not go into this room. With a murmur of agreement from the group, we headed forward, and what we found was an empty room? It's just an empty room? Oh, this is Danganronpa. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure. Wait, what? While it may look totally barren and boring, in actuality, this room has a really big secret. Well, spit it out then, won't you? Tell us, tell us. Ha ha ha! No can do. What's the point of telling us there's a secret at all if you aren't going to spill it, right? Hey now, I never said I was going to tell anyone. Tonight, I'll tell one lucky resident about the secret of this room. What they choose to do with the information is up to them. If they feel like sharing the secret, I don't care. If they want to keep it to themselves, I don't mind that either. The choice is theirs. Ooh, I wonder who it'll be. With Monotika's announcement still fresh in our minds, the group split up once more. What to do? Hey, Pinky, Stingy, Pixel, and I are gonna play games in that new rec room. Want to join us? Sure. Oh, hi, Trixie. Sure, I'll join you guys. Hey, I like I like Stephanie's face here. Yo, some of these faces, like, just taken out like that out of context are so great. Stingy, Trixie, and I started up a game of Monopoly. Oh, I hate that game. Monopoly's so long, dude. While Pixel played on the arcade games. Oh, come on! We turned to see what was wrong. The screen in front of him said, game over. I can only assume he lost. Weird. Usually you're so good at video games. I know. So I don't get why I'm doing so. Oh, man. He lost again. This continued the entire time we were in the rec room. Soon, we finished our game of Monopoly too. I guess he's not the ultimate gamer, like Chiaki, right? I love Monopoly, do you? It's so freaking long, man. I would like it if the game was shorter. Are you kidding me? Stingy lost by a landslide. Trix and I were both surprised. You'd think he'd be the best at a game about business and money. It's not fair. Sorry, Stingy. Not thinking much of it, I left the other kids in the rec room and went to see what the adults were doing. Sporticus was working hard as usual. He probably isn't up for a conversation right now. I wonder what Miss Busybody and Robbie are up to. I overheard some noise from the kitchen. They must be in there. There's a game called Monopoly Slow Race. It's even slower? It's even slower than regular Monopoly? Oh, God. Stephanie, hello there, dear. I'm teaching Robbie here how to make meals other than, you know, sweets and pancakes. It'd be really helpful if he didn't gag every time I list off a healthy ingredient, though. Oh, cool. Any specific reason why? Why don't you just cook? Well, the two of us decided to take over making the meals. We're switching back and forth between breakfast and dinner. Bessie's giving me a couple tips for new recipes. Stuff that's, healthier. I'm not really big on cooking stuff that isn't glazed in sugar, so I guess I could use some pointers. I couldn't help but smile at that. So much for don't expect this treatment all the time. I wish he made us donuts, dude. I want donuts right now. Soon, Sporticus ran into the kitchen. For the first time in a while, he looked really upbeat. Ah, Sporty, how's the wall going? It's going really well. At this rate, I might even break it open in the next couple days. Marvelous. Well done, Sporticus. All your hard work is finally paying off. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna grab some sports candy and get back to it, all right? Good luck. That face. Sporticus flipped out of the room enthusiastically, and I decided to follow suit, letting the two continue cooking. Laying in bed that night, I thought about how smoothly everything seemed to be going, and how I hoped desperately that would still be the case tomorrow. Uh-oh. That morning, Sporticus was halted by Monoticus when he tried to get out of the cafeteria doors again, but for a different reason. Hello, residents. I have another announcement to make, and this one's juicy. A juicy announcement? Oh, geez, this can't be good. Maybe I thought too soon last night. Okay, is everybody ready? Drum roll, please. Sporticus has lost food privileges. Yo, that is so up. Right when we were about to get out of here. Huh? What do you mean and why? At first I thought I'd humor you, you know, with your whole escape plan. I thought surely you'd call it quits after a few days. But then I realized you're Sporticus. A few trials have passed now and you've yet to cease your efforts, so I thought I'd just do it for you. Thoughtful, aren't I? You can't seriously be starving him. That's not what your sick game is about. That's just a slow and sure death, right? I know, that's such a messed up motive, right? Food privilege revoked? That is disgusting. That actually makes me really angry. Like, why you gotta do this to Sporticus? Hi, Pancake Roll. How you been? Shouts out to you. Thank you for the 20, best friend. How you been? Have a great day, bestie. You too. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for stopping by. I wouldn't say I'm starving him. At least not to death. I'll still allow him the bare minimum for survival. Just not enough for him to produce, well, wall-breaking energy. This is ridiculous. We could just give him some of our own food. But you won't if you value your life. I have eyes everywhere, Princey. Give him food, and I'll give you a nice death penalty. Is that clear? Very clear, sir. Glad we're all on the same page. Well then, I'll be taking these. He snatched the sports candy out of Sporticus's hands and left the room. We all slowly turned towards Sporticus. He looked like he was struck silent, staring at the floor. How am I going to get everyone out now? Without energy, I'm nothing. Oh no. Poor Sporticus. The group went quiet for a little bit until Pixel cut through the silence. This might not be the best time, but I also thought I should mention this. Monoticus, he talked with someone last night, didn't he? About that empty room. Oh, that's right. So who found out the secret? Everyone's quiet right now. No one spoke up. So whoever found out wants to keep it a secret, huh? Fishy. Very fishy. Or maybe they're just stingy with information. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Hold up! And so, with two very distressing announcements ringing through our heads, we continued on with the rest of the day. I don't have a black heart. Robbie cross Sporticus? Yup. Equals we don't know, huh? Wink wink. A few days passed. We just finished eating dinner, so the other kids and I were hanging around the rec room. As we were playing, though, something felt weird. Trixie looked really out of it. Uh-oh. Hey, Trixie, are you feeling okay? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I think I might go to bed now, though. Thanks. Night, guys. With that, she stumbled out of the rec room. Bed? But it's not even close to 8:08. What's up with her? I don't know. I think I should go check on her. I walked out of the rec room and found Trixie wobbling down the stairs. I asked her if something was wrong, and she insisted she was okay, so I hesitantly let her be. Oh no! Not Trixie! The next morning, I couldn't help but feel something was off. Say, where's Robbie? Sporticus, I could understand because of Monicus's arrangement, but... Almost on cue, the door slammed open, and a frantic Robbie dashed into the room, searching desperately for something. Whoa, Robbie, is something wrong? It's Sporticus. He wasn't in bed this morning, and now I don't know where he is. Oh no. Last time someone got targeted by Monoticus, we know what happened, so immediately we dropped everything and started searching. Oh god, don't tell me it's freaking Sporticus! I tried to reassure myself. Hey, maybe he's okay. Maybe he just woke up early to try and break the wall again. Even though his weaker punches weren't making an impact on the wall, he was still determined to get out, so there's still a chance, right? So I slid into the escape room, hoping for the best, and what I found was... Oh man, if it's Sporticus, man. Ah! They got me! What the? It didn't do the normal sound though. He's bleeding though, but hold on. Is he really dead though? Oh, there it is. Huh? A body's been discovered. Yada, yada, yada. You know what to do by now. Good luck. Wait, the body discovery announcement went off, but doesn't it only go on after at least 3 people have seen the body? So 2 other people have seen it before. Oh no, it had to be Trixie then. It had to be Trixie, right? Because it didn't go off until after Sporticus and I joined Robbie. We all showed up as a group to the library. Then groups of 4 and 3 found Ziggy and Jives. And if that's the case, then 2 people have already seen this body. 2 people found Sporticus dead and said nothing about it. I didn't think too much of it at the time, though. I mean, I couldn't really. I was too preoccupied with screaming. Aww. Poor Stephanie. Trixie bolted into the room. Pinky, what's going on? Oh, that's right. The announcement went off. Man, so Sporticus really is. Slowly but surely, the rest of the group came crowding into the escape room. Shock on all of their faces. After a couple of minutes, the only people who weren't inside there were Robbie and Stingy, but I heard their voices from the hallway, so I walked that way to listen. I can't go in there. I just can't. Mr. Rotten, I understand how you must feel. I'm not happy about this either, but we don't really have a choice here. How about this? I'll hold your hand and we can walk in together. Would that be better? Yeah, that would be. Thank you. With that, the 2 cautiously walked into the room. So much for Sporticus being like a chapter 5 death. I thought Sporticus would last a little bit longer, at least another chapter. Oh God. I guess seeing it with his own eyes made everything that much more real. He started trembling. Stingy squeezed Robbie's hand, then let go. Miss Busybody put her hand on his shoulder concernedly. Poor thing. Maybe you should sit down. I think I will sit here for a while. Robbie sat on the ground near the body while the rest of us started our investigation. Aww. Poor Robbie. Poor Robbie Rotten. How did you guys find where the body was so quickly anyway? Your scream led us to it. Yeah, that and the trail of blood from here all the way upstairs. Wait, what? There was a trail of blood going down the stairs? Trail of blood? Well, we'd better go see where it leads to. We started with 14 people, so this might be chapter 5. Oh, okay. Oh, chapter 5 is the last? Okay. Then that makes sense then. How about we split? Stingy and I will keep investigating down here. There's still some stuff here that's worth looking into. Trixie, Miss Busybody, and I headed upstairs while the boys stayed put. We followed the trail up the stairs and into the empty room. We noticed there was a blood on the doorknob leading out of the room as well. That's an awful lot of blood. I think it's safe to assume the attack took place here, so we know that much at least. Is that a hole in the wall? It looks like a bullet hole. A bullet? Then whoever did this must have gone to the armory, right? We walked to the armory and Miss Busybody opened the gun cylinders. One was missing a bullet. Oh crap. I felt like something else was missing in the room, but I wasn't sure. Aha! I think we found our murder weapon, girls. Well, now we know that Blacken definitely went in here. That seems like that's about it for upstairs. Let's go back and see what the boys found. Hey guys, we got this while you guys were gone. Okay, so we got the Monoticus file. This is number 4. The victim is Sporticus. His body was discovered in the escape room at 9 a.m. His estimated time of death is we don't know, and his cause of death is redacted. Thanks. Did you find anything else? Well, we tried to address the elephant in the room. You know, the giant wooden border on the wall. But it just won't budge. Maybe we should try as a group after the trial? We certainly should. Anything else? Actually, I found something too. I don't know how important this is, but there's a shoe print in the blood trail in there. Really? Since the blood is all dried now, I think the print must have been made last night. Shoe print. Ooh, so there is. Maybe if we all compare our shoes to the footprint here, we can find out who the culprit is now. Yoo-hoo, residents. I think we all know what time it is. Head down to the trial grounds pronto. All right. Well, I guess we don't have time for that. Oh, that could help us out right there. That's what we needed. We needed to figure that out right there. It was an uncomfortable ride on the elevator. Has it always felt this empty in here? I hate it. I guess it's bound to feel empty after a while in a place like this. The rest of the ride down was in silence. I've been trying to stay strong and hopeful for everyone's sake, but I can't believe it. Someone in this elevator really killed Sporticus, but why? Well, I guess I just have to find out. We all walked onto the trial grounds. This is it! This is it! We are going into yet another trial. We're gonna find out who killed Sporticus. Our sweet beloved Sporticus. How's everybody doing in the chat? Who we got? Who we got? I remember everyone calling Bessie a girl boss in this chapter during its release. Good times, good times. Really? Bessie kind of is so far, huh? Miss Busybody's got it going on. I'm gonna cry. No, don't cry. Why? Why are you crying? I asked how to kill Sporticus. He is a superhero. How can a bunch of citizens kill a real superhero? That's a good question. Why Sporticus? Sporticus was too Sakura to be left alive. Yeah, that's true. What if Sporticus really does pull like some kind of Sakura arc where it was they didn't actually like get killed by somebody, you know? Sporticus did not deserve this. No. What's up, Vanta? How you been? Rip Sporty Boy. Yep. Fancy meeting you here again. Now then, where are we starting today's discussion? I actually don't have any. This, for some reason, like this fangame in particular, I just haven't been on point with like guessing who the killers are. I'm just not good at this one. This one has been kind of unpredictable for me. I think maybe we should start with the stuff the Monoticus file didn't mention. They must be important. Right, like the cause of death. There didn't really seem to be any clues to what it is, though. Oh, right. The boys didn't get a chance to go into the empty room, did they? Actually, there were some clues upstairs. We found a bullet hole, and there was blood all over the place in that empty room. That's true, but but was there any proof he was actually shot? Maybe it was a red herring left by the Blacken. Now that you mention it, there's a lot of blood coming out of his back, and I think there was a tear through his costume around the same size of a bullet. And he was bleeding out of his mouth too. Doesn't that happen when you suffer from internal bleeding? Yeah. If the bullet pierced through one of his lungs, then he'd be even more likely to be coughing up the stuff. Or I'm pretty sure anyway. Oh God, if he was shot in the back, then someone must have gotten him while he least expected it. Ugh, that's not good. I think that's what it is, Eris. When it comes to like some of these like shorter ones, like the ones that move really fast, it's hard to really like guess like what the frick is going on. You know what I mean? Because you don't really get much handed to you. So it kind of destroys the whole mystery aspect of it, I guess. I think the next course of action is to ask, when did all this happen? And who saw Sporticus last? Well, no one saw him this morning, right? Then Robbie, did you see Sporticus last night? Or was he gone even before you went to bed? Actually, last night was kind of weird. I'll try to explain. Sporticus and I fell asleep almost immediately at 8:08. I was especially exhausted last night for whatever reason. Wait, you were really tired? Around what time did you start feeling that way? It felt like it kicked in around 8, I think. Oh, that's when Trixie was getting all wobbly, right? Anyway, I woke up sometime in the middle of the night and I saw Sporticus with his head out of the door of the room. He was talking to someone. Sporticus was blocking the person from view so I couldn't see them, but I could hear them talking. I was too out of it to understand what they were saying though. I wanted to ask Sporticus who was at the door, but I felt so tired I couldn't move a muscle. He noticed I was awake, so he told me to go back to sleep and that he'd be right back. I'm loving how they added art into this now. That's cool. I was concerned, but exhaustion took over and I passed out anyway. When I woke up in the morning, he didn't come back yet. That's when I panicked and started looking for him. If it were suicide, then Sporticus would have had to shoot himself and walk all the way up to the stairs, leaving a blood trail and tracking footprints. Good point. Mr. Rodden, you said you heard who he was talking to, didn't you? Do you recall how they sounded? I was pretty out of it, and they were talking pretty quietly, so I can't remember any specifics, but I remember the voice being more on the feminine side. Oh, basically, it doesn't sound like Sticky or Poodle were at the door. That's not our names, but at least the suspect list is shortened now. To shorten it further, I have another piece of evidence. The footprint left next to the body. It looks like a sneaker imprint. I wear heels, so it couldn't have been made by me. I kind of had a feeling that she wore heels and that she was going to be out of this. So things are kind of pointing towards Trixie a little bit. So we're looking for a girl in sneakers? Huh? Trixie and I, we both fit the description. Oh, crap. So people are going to think it's probably Stephanie. Actually, I think I have something else worth mentioning. Pixel, Stephanie, Trixie, you know what I'm talking about. We were all in the rec room after dinner yesterday, but Trixie was acting really peculiar. When she was confronted about it, she told us that she was going to bed and left. Just what are you trying to say, Stingy? I'm only saying that you were acting suspicious that evening. Almost like, someone preparing themselves to commit murder later that night? That's not what happened. And the time between her leaving and Stephanie checking on her would probably be enough to plant a gun in the empty room, don't you think? Good heavens, Trixie. I guess you really will do anything for a good reaction. Even as an ultimate prankster, this is low. No, I would never go that far. Oh my god. No, Trixie is upset right now. Oh, really? Tell that to Chef Pablo then, won't you? I told Stephanie that I don't want to do that anymore. This isn't the place for pranks. I realize that now. Yeah, Trixie's being good now. Leave her alone. You remember that, don't you, Pinky? I do, but... So you came up with a touching spiel about how you didn't want anyone hurt, did you now? Sounds familiar. Just where have I heard that before? I wanted to say something before anyone got any ideas. As mayor, I am imploring you all not to kill anyone for the sake of Lazy Town. And what happened that night? Oh, right. He murdered Officer Obtuse. Don't tell me you really. You killed Sporticus for some kind of prank? But no! I would never! Stephanie, help me, please! I really meant everything I said. I was having a tough time deciding what to do. Their argument seemed compelling enough, but... The look of honest desperation on Trixie's face made me think twice. Aw, poor Trixie! Help, Trixie! Stephanie, what are you doing? What did I miss? You missed a lot. We're on chapter 4. I can't let them keep accusing her. I need to prove to everyone that Trixie isn't the killer, but I don't know how to do that yet. All I can do for now is try to push the conversation in another direction. Wait, guys. Wait, guys. Before we go around suspecting people, there are some unanswered questions we should talk about. Like, since we decided Sporticus was killed in the empty room, what was his body doing in the escape room a whole floor beneath it? Isn't it obvious? Trixie probably just dragged Sporticus to the escape room after she killed him. Hey, you mean the killer, not me. But Sporticus is mostly muscles, so he's really heavy, and no offense, but none of us are especially strong here. It's unlikely one of us could just carry him out of the room. Through the hallway upstairs, down the stairs, through the hallway downstairs, and into the escape room. Yeah, and we saw blood on the doorknob inside the empty room, but the gun we found in the armory was clean, which means the killer probably didn't have bloody hands, but Sporticus would have. Well, now that you say that, I will admit the blood trail didn't really look like dragging marks. It looked more like droplets scattered about, like he was coughing on his way down maybe. Oh, this might be like a Kaido thing, huh? So you think he went down there himself? I guess it makes sense. Even if the bullet pierced the lung, he still have some time left before it got to him. Alright, he went back to the escape room by his own volition, but why? I think we all have a good idea as to why. The day Monoticus stopped Sporticus from eating, he told me that he'd get help. He told me that he'd help get us freedom if it killed him. When he found out he didn't have much time left, adrenaline must have kicked in. He probably used up the rest of his strength to break the wall open for good. I mean, look at his knuckles. They're all bloody. Oh, they are. What the heck? That's very noble of him, but why were there boards covering the hole when we found him? It almost looks like he must have put them there. If he did, you think there would be blood on the boards? Besides, I don't think he'd be able to get a hammer, nails, wood, then board up the wall with the amount of time he had left. Sporticus lived my dream. I was hoping that Sporticus would survive. Yeah, same, Zach. And here's another thing I didn't tell you guys. You know how a body discovery announcement doesn't go off until at least 3 people have seen it? Well, it activated when I went into the room alone, which means that 2 people were in there before I was. The only conclusion I can draw is that one of them must have boarded up the wall. I don't know why, but I don't think it's relevant to the murder itself. Maybe there's an accomplice in this one? Okay, so 2 other people went in there after Sporticus died. What about it? Look at Robbie. Look at Robbie. He's looking real sus right now with them fingers. Well, we decided that Sporticus went down there by himself, right? The killer probably didn't even know that he left the empty room until this morning. And that means that the footprint you presented has nothing to do with the murder at all. It was left by one of the other witnesses, not the killer. And with that out of the way, you're just as much of a suspect as we are. Hold on. Oh, Miss Busybody wants to get busy. Just as much? I'd hardly say that. Have you forgotten Stingy's statement earlier in this trial? Trixie was acting deranged the evening before the murder. She's more suspicious than any of us. Actually, Miss Busybody, you're a little suspicious because you're like pointing fingers at everybody. You did that last trial too. Hey, Trixie, can you tell us what happened last evening from your perspective? Oh yeah, of course. When we were in the rec room, I started feeling really drowsy. That must have been around 7 p.m. Once Stephanie called me out on it, I figured I should just go to bed. So I left the room and headed for the stairs. I felt really disoriented for whatever reason, the whole way there. I didn't want anyone to worry, so when Stephanie asked me if I was okay, I told her yes. I didn't think I was in danger anyway. Maybe I was just sick or something. Anyway, I made it to my dorm and passed out before I even got under the covers. I slept like a rock until the morning announcement. Boring ending, sure, but that's what happened. Did she get poisoned or something? When I woke up this morning, I thought that maybe I was drugged, and hearing Robbie's story only pushes my theory further. Robbie, I can understand. He needed to be pacified so Sporticus could leave his room without trouble. As for me, I think it was so I would look suspicious. They wanted to frame me. I could have sworn something was missing from the armory when we investigated. That must have been it. The pills on the top shelf. Huh? So we were drugged. That explains things. Hey, wait a second. But isn't that weird? If Trixie was drugged at the same time, why did she react an hour before he did? That and her reaction sounded way more intense than his. It had to be Miss Busybody, I think. I don't think it's a stretch, actually. If they were given the same dosage, it'd take less time to go through her than it would Robbie, and she'd react more severely too. Robbie's a grown-up after all. Oh yeah, huh? Then that makes sense. In any case, if their effects both took place after dinner, then maybe the food was drugged. So who was in charge of supper yesterday evening? Why, that would have been none other than Mr. Robbie Rotten. Ugh. Robbie made the food, but he was one of the people drugged. Or was he? He would have been able to describe the effects of the drugs like he did in the story if he was the one to set them up. That testimony he gave could have just been a big lie. The only person who was around him at that time to confirm it was Sporticus after all. But if he wasn't drugged like Trixie was, and he was in charge of the food, then he very well could have been the one behind all this. What about Miss Busybody? She cooked too. Hey, hold on. You guys, you aren't seriously accusing me now, are you? Well, who else could have drugged me if you were the one on kitchen duty? Hey, wait. We should give him a chance to explain himself. Can you tell us what happened during supper? Okay, thanks. First of all, yes, I did make supper last night. But this was the first time I'd ever cooked a proper dinner by myself, so I was struggling with it. After I finished supper, I was too lazy to serve the plates to each individual person, so I told everyone to grab their own. Busybody handled the drinks. Oh, so the food was just there, out, and people had to grab it. That's a little sus. But think about it. If I drugged one of the plates to target Trixie, I would have served them out individually. If I were the one who did it, self-serving at random would be too risky on my end. I could have even accidentally drugged myself instead of someone else after all. Hold on. Actually, Robbie, if you didn't pick a specific target but wanted to put suspicion on someone else, this would be the perfect way for you to do it. That's a good point. Huh? Well, what do you mean? But there would be the risk of drugging myself. No, there wouldn't be, if I remember correctly. Almost on cue, Robbie came through the kitchen doors with a stack of blueberry pancakes and one sole pancake that was full of chocolate chips. Oh. You don't eat healthy food, so you would have made something different for yourself. You always do. And there's no way you could have accidentally drugged yourself if you went after one of the healthy plates. It's basically foolproof. Ugh. Oh, well, I guess I didn't think about that. But even so, that doesn't mean I did it. Stephanie, you don't really think I have it in me to kill him, do you? I don't want to believe that's the case, but if there's an inconsistency, I can't ignore it. He doesn't have a concrete alibi, and he was the one in charge of the food. And if I did do it, Why would I tell everyone that I experienced the symptoms last night? That just reveals that drugs were involved, wouldn't it? I'd be exposing myself. He killed his boyfriend? No! Robbie wouldn't do that! There's no way! I feel like Robbie Rotten is pretty well characterized here. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Wince. Come on, Stephanie. Everyone, please. It doesn't make sense. He's right about that. This whole situation is weird, but who else could have done it? Poor Robbie. Keep digging yourself into that hole. We don't have any other options. I mean, no one else could have done any drugging after all. Actually, hold on a second. Mr. Rodden, you said something interesting in your testimony. You kept it brief, but I think it may be relevant to this case. You said that Bessie was the one in charge of drinks, right? Let him know! Let him know! Let him know, Stingy. You got this. Yeah, she was making things easier for me because I was having a rough time. Or was she? You know, it's not impossible to administer drugs into drinks. Not to mention she served the drinks to everyone personally. She roofied the drinks. Ahem. Just what are you insinuating, young man? Yeah, Stingy, you're right. You aren't cleared from suspicion yet, Miss Busybody. In fact, you'd even be able to target Robbie and I specifically because you served them yourself. Oh, Miss Busybody was getting busy. Look at Robbie here. You insufferable little. You're acting like Robbie's magically innocent now. Either one of us had the opportunity to tamper with the meal, and both of us would have had the chance to kill Sporticus. Whatever. There's just one thing missing now. Motive. Right, motive. But which of you two would even have one? As far as I could tell, neither of you would have any reason to kill Sporticus. Well, Robbie certainly has one. I know that much. Me? What are you talking about? Why, you're ultimate. An ultimate villain's grandest victory would be to wipe out their hero counterpart, wouldn't it be? You must have to be pretty villainous to gain the title of ultimate, right? Killing Sporticus would certainly grant you that title. No! I can still be a #1 villain without stooping that low. Killing anyone, especially Sporticus, it's unthinkable. Hey, there's no way Mr. Rodden could do that to Sporticus. Bessie, clearly you seem to misunderstand the relationship. Oh no, I know all about that. You don't call me the ultimate gossip for nothing. I just thought it was, you know, unusual. To think an ultimate villain could stand to spend any time near an ultimate hero is strange to me. It just doesn't make any sense. Almost like, stop talking about my ultimate, all right? Clearly it has nothing to do with this case. Let's move on already. Speaking of using people's ultimates to throw them under the bus, Miss Busybody. The attack against Sporticus took place in the empty room, didn't it? And the culprit seemed to convince Sporticus to come with them pretty easily, too. Are you thinking the culprit knew the secret to the empty room? They must have used it to lure Sporticus there. That makes enough sense, I guess. But what does my ultimate have to do with this? Oh, because you're nosy. Yep. Who better to learn the secret than the ultimate gossip herself? Oh my god. You thought, Miss Busybody! You got caught! That's a 4K catching right there. 4K catching. You all think I learned the secret? Then I used it to lure Sporticus? That's rich. And by that, I mean moronic. Just what I'd expect from a bunch of children. You're spouting nothing but unfounded accusations. Not to mention the someone came in and lured Sporticus away story came from Robbie. Stop acting like he's in the clear. Maybe we're looking at this wrong. Instead of looking at it why it could have been this person or that person, why don't we try why it couldn't have been you? That might make things easier. Oh, well, that's easy. It could have been me because I have no experience with guns. Really? How could I have shot Sporticus if I've never even touched a gun before? It's impossible. You don't need to know anything about guns to shoot one. It is not that hard. Robbie, on the other hand, is a villain. Because of that, chances are he has plenty of experience with. We've seen time and time again, little kids, like in their like 8, 9, 10-year-olds, literally accidentally shooting their friends by accident. Guns aren't too hard to handle or shoot. Bessie caught in 4K on her Y2K orange flip phone with the Millwell wallpaper. Hold on a second. Busybody, you say you have no experience with guns? None I recall of, no. What's your problem? Well, I'd beg to differ. Stephanie, you know what I'm talking about, right? Oh yeah, wait a second. She's lying through her teeth because earlier this morning, she opened up the gun and saw that there was one bullet missing. We walked to the army. Miss Busybody opened the gun cylinders. There it is. One was missing a bullet. I felt like something was missing in the room, but I wasn't sure. Miss Busybody, you must have experience with guns. If you didn't, how could you have opened the gun cylinders so effortlessly? I know I couldn't have done that. Oh, why? That's simple. I just read the instructions on the bottom shelf first. Well, we certainly didn't see you pick up any brochure while we were in there. When exactly did you read them? Could it have been when you were preparing for the murder? Oh, we are caught here. Miss Busybody, it's over for you. Huh? Wait, no, that's not. Oh, just look at you all, targeting me, a poor widow. How dare you? Okay, Busybody, I think we've heard enough. It's about time I explain everything that's happened. Oh, dang, Miss Busybody got caught. Every killer so far has been sympathetic. Is this the first one that will be insane? Maybe. All right, here we go. The killer, upon finding out the secret of the empty room, began construing a plan. While pretending to help out with dinner, she drugged 2 of the drinks and served them out personally. As a result, Trixie became a suspect to everyone who saw her that evening, and Robbie was unable to stop the killer from going through with her plan. That night, she knocked on Sporticus's door and lured him with the secret of the empty room. When Sporticus had his back turned, she brought out a gun and shot him in the back, piercing through his lung. Thinking him dead, Miss Busybody closed the empty room's door and left him to bleed out. In the morning, she was startled as everyone else was to see Sporticus in the empty room, and when she spotted a footprint in the blood, she used it to her advantage. Ah, this is the story you've oh so cleverly tried to hide. Isn't that right, Busybody? Ah! I love that art though. Miss Busybody with the cotton candy hair. Does anybody like cotton candy in the chat? I love cotton candy. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I remember that Tofu. What did Tofu say? When this trial was being posted, the entire comment section was just, okay, busy boomer. I love that. I love that. Busy boomer. I like cotton candy. Yes, I like it. I do. I hated her anyway. I was wondering how she lasted so long. I knew she was gonna die eventually, but I was like, why is she still here? I suppose I overestimated myself. Okay, I admit it. I drugged Trixie and Robbie, and I shot Sporticus too. But there's something crucial you're forgetting. Even if I did these things, I still wasn't there when he died. He dragged himself downstairs after I left, did he not? At that point, I'd already gone to bed. At the end of the day, we don't know for certain if I killed him. Even I don't know. Voting for me is a dangerous game. Are you willing to risk it? I hate to say it, but she does have a point. At the end of the day, even if she did plan out a murder, no one actually saw him die. How can we know for sure? Oh, come on. This is easy. All you have to do is remember Sporticus's injuries. He had a gunshot wound in his back, bloody fist from breaking open the wall, and blood coming from his mouth because of the internal bleeding, right? Right. And do you see any other injuries? I don't see anything else, no. If those are the only injuries, then she must be the culprit, without question. Hey, what's up, Derek? How you been? Without question. Now then, Monoticus, if we may. No, you idiots! Vote wrong and we're all dead! Let's look the case over one more time. Then we'll see what really... Miss Busybody, no offense, but give it up already. I don't think that'll be necessary. All right, then. Guess we're off to the polls. Take your vote. This felt weird. It felt off, but not knowing what else to do, we followed through and started voting time. Uh-oh. Results are in, and congratulations! Looks like you were right. Busybody's biting the big one. But Sporticus said he... Oh my. So you really did it, huh? Why? Why did you kill Sporticus? Wait, what happened here? Something's not good about this. You really want to know, don't you? Well, I'll tell you. It's because he was weak, desperate, and gullible. I'm sure you're all curious as to what that special secret to the empty room was. Well, I'll spill that too. All along, the secret was, that the room was soundproof. It was soundproof. That's it? Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing, Trixie. Like, that's it? What? I mean, none of you heard the gunshot, right? That's it. That was the big secret. To the room, at least. Oh, but none of you knew that, of course. That's the power of this motive. I could have held this knowledge over your head, told you it was anything, and you would have believed it. And that includes Sporticus, obviously. No. What did you tell him? You know, people in a state of desperation are less likely to question things that claim to solve their problems, especially when you suddenly wake them up in the middle of the night. There's really an escape switch somewhere in the empty room? Yes, I wanted to bring it up with everyone, but I was worried about the mastermind overhearing. I'm sure you understand. I knew the secret would be safe with you, though. Monoticus must have expected me to leave on my own and not tell anyone, but I thought it'd be best if we could all escape together, don't you think? Yes, of course. Thank you so much for telling me. Maybe I'll be able to help everyone after all. I certainly think so. Anyway, I've looked up and down almost all of the walls to see if there was a switch on the wall, but I haven't found one yet. The only one I haven't checked yet is the wall at the back of the room. Be a dear and check for me, won't you? You. I'm on it, Bessie. He listened without question, running to the end of the room and searching like his life depended on it, scampering around so obviously like a little dog. Then I shot him. I trusted my ability to win the trial more than I trusted his ability to get us out of here. My mistake. Wow. What the hell is wrong with you? Come on now, Robbie. You of all people should understand my dilemma. Things have been so difficult since my dear Milford passed. Oh, who am I kidding? I would have killed him too. Only reason I didn't is because he cut me to the chase. She was about to kill her husband too? Okay, she's a crazy. No, you're joking. Tell me you're joking. Am I? This has been a long time coming, Stephanie. Why else would I accept his invitation to have a tea with him that night? To socialize? And why do you think I asked Officer Obtuse what his plans were that evening? To hang out? I don't think so. He was on my hit list too. Yo, she was ready to kill everybody! Was she this evil in the show? I don't remember her being like this. He told me after I asked him what his plans were this evening. Ziggy overheard us talking, so Obtuse told him to. That would have been after dinner, around the same time as them. I had some tea with Miss Busybody in the cafeteria until around 10, then I headed to my dormitory. End of the day, Sporticus ended up being the easiest for me to kill. Such a pathetic display. It's almost funny, isn't it, Robbie? Wow, just seeing those flashbacks of them meeting with her. Oh my god. This whole time she was ready to kill someone. What's going on? Whoa. Is that Trixie? Get her! Get her! Oh my god. What's wrong? Oh wait, that's Robbie. What's wrong, Robbie? Angry that you couldn't save your lover boy? Stop talking. Stop it. Pixel, do something. Pixel and I, being the closest of the two, ran in their direction to separate them. Once we pulled Robbie off of her, the two tried to calm themselves down. Well, it was worth a try. I'm sorry. Don't be. That was quite the show. Anyway, I think we all know what it's time for. The good old execution. This art is beautiful. I love it. Yeah, I like the art too. I guess there's no getting out of this after all. Well, everyone, before I go, I haven't been totally honest with you in a couple of ways. Yeah, we've noticed. We freaking noticed that. The empty room is soundproof. That much is true, but that isn't the only secret I learned. I was also given a list of people who may have been the ones to receive that letter. You know the one. Sporticus was the only adult on the list, so I assumed got angry and acted too soon. Since I was mistaken, that means everyone or someone here at this trial received the letter, did nothing about it, and put us in this mess. The other people on this list were... All right, I think we've heard enough. Let's get this show on the road, yes? Oh, wait, what? Listen, Monoticus, you aren't going to get me as easily as you got Milford. I won't go down for the sake of anyone else. I'm not going down without a fight. Ooh, feisty devil, aren't you? You really seem to want to get out of here. Well then, let's put that to the test. Maybe you'll be lucky. Oh, Milford, what do I do now? Uh-oh, we got woman on a mission. Woman on a mission. Press his execution button. Dang, Miss Busybody. Why would you betray us like this? That is so messed up. Kill. What's up, Empire? How have you been? Pay attention to the numbers. I wonder if anyone will catch on to them. Let's see what this execution's like. How to play. Ring, ring, telephone. Here we go. 2. Whoa, what the freak? That was fast. Escape, fail, die. Good luck. She's in an escape room. She's got to play 0 escape. What the freak is this? Whoa. Which phone is it? 8. She's got to pick up all the votes. 16, 20. Ah! Hold on. Did I see 3, 2, 1, 4, 5? Did I see that? Is that a Legend of Zelda reference? No kidding. Wait, okay, wait, that, whoa, that happened so fast at the end. I gotta see that again. I wish I could fast forward. I gotta see that again. I just totally like, I just saw that like zoom past, like it was like 11:037. It was fast. This was a great opportunity to put 11:307. You missed it? Yeah, because it was like, it was literally like a flash, like a blink. Okay, here we go. One number left. 2. Oh, okay, that was Milford. Oh, okay. Yo, what the Milford came back from the dead and pushed that. He was like, this is what you get. Yo, Milford. That was crazy. Justice was served there. Okay, while that plays in the background, I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis for you guys. So, Miss Busybody stands in front of a door along with a screen. The screen lights up and gives her instructions on how to play. The rules are simple. Grab a phone, listen to the number it gives you, and then input that number to the keypad lock. Get it all right and you'll be able to escape. Mess up and you die. Bessie's afraid, but she shakes it off and gets ready to enter the room as it slowly opens, revealing the countless phones coating the walls. Ready, set, someone pushes her into the room. Go. She keeps going despite this, dashing towards the first phone. The code starts simple, just one number. She inputs it and all goes well. Feeling bold and desperate, she grabs 2 at once. However, the numbers start getting faster and faster. Phone after phone after phone, input after input after input. Bessie feels exhausted. Upon hearing the final number, however, she's filled with excitement. She's made it this far. She may actually do it. But someone, who is that, shoves her. Yeah, well, I wonder who that was. Shoves her for the last time, making her miss the 2. As punishment, the room goes red and the ceiling collapses. Boom. That was crazy, dude. I loved how they did that, though. That all went so well. Man, the author of this is so good, man. They're really good with executions. Like, if I ever needed somebody to give me like a concept for executions, I would hit them up. I'd be like, hey, yeah, she's probably okay. You think she's okay after that? That's the only secret. The room is soundproof. What am I meant to do with that? Not enough knowledge for you? All right, then. Maybe this will pique your interest. You remember the letter, don't you? The one that caused everything to happen in the first place? Of course I do. What about it? As an extra secret, I thought it might be interesting to give you a list of potential recipients. What you do with this is up to you. The recipient was either redacted, or Sporticus. Who knows? Maybe this will help you recover the knowledge that your beloved Milford got rid of. Have fun. And with that, he left. Well, surely it couldn't have been a child, which means it could have only been one person. Sporticus. He's the reason we're stuck in here. He's responsible for Milford's death. Maybe I should use this empty room to my advantage. What? And it just ends like that? What in the world? So there's more people. There's more people like spying around. They're here somewhere, which is why we only have 14 and not 16. So we're about to get hit with a freaking Mukuro. Robbie's lost his daughter and now his love. She thought Sporticus was the mastermind. So, So who are the other two people then? Just no, I'm pretty sure the song was, yeah, I was playing Claire de Lune in the back. You heard it. It's either Robbie or a child. Maybe. Mukuro Ikisaba, the 16th student. I don't know. It could be Robbie, but then again, it could also be Pixel. Pixel knows a lot. Robbie had a daughter. Yeah, it was Rodnella. It was in the beginning of this Fangan. We met Rodnella. They were the first to die. Maybe the other two redacted the mastermind, Stingy and Pixel, perhaps. Stingy, maybe. I feel like Stingy would be too easy. The key sounded like Robbie can't be Robbie. She only suspected Sporticus because he's an adult. Oh. What if it is Stephanie though? That'd be messed up, but I mean, possibly, right? Rodnella got it bad. She literally survived one day. Yeah, I know. She literally survived like 5 minutes, dude. 5 minutes and like Rodnella was out of here. To get her out of here. So this is that UDG music. Stephanie, her name is too long for the boxes. Remember, just because someone is dead doesn't exclude them from being a mastermind. But didn't it say it was possibly two people that were alive? That were here right now? Does it matter? Like, because if you looked at the boxes, right? I don't know if those boxes necessarily like, hold on. These boxes right here, like this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters, and this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. I don't know if that really matters, if the creator is giving us a hint by using that, or if that's just to screw us up or what, but that could play into it too. It's got to be Trixie or Stingy. Oh, Andy's coming. Rodnella's dead body is found. That's funny. She became more evil than her father. Right. You think Rodnella too? As he said, they can't be children. So 2 of the spies are children. It's probably a hint otherwise. I can't see why it would be different between the 2 names. Right. Well, the letter doesn't say the mastermind, I don't think. I thought it was the one who rejected the offer and caused the game. Interesting. Huh. Well, I guess I'll have to be thinking about that for the next couple of days. Thank you guys so much for coming to Lazyronpa. Lazyronpa. It was great. We will finish this all up in the next stream. Well, not all of it, but chapter 5 we should be able to get through, right? And there's an epilogue, but can we even read the epilogue? Is the epilogue gonna be like a cliffhanger? You know what I mean? Like apparently they didn't get to finish it, so I guess we'll figure it out. But thanks for coming. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully everybody has a good day. You guys are awesome. Much love to all of you guys. Bye.